Hello. I am feeling existentially disturbed now because I just watched Wrong Turn. I don't know if it's out yet, but it's a 2021 horror movie. And those kind of movies always put me in a, like, we're all gonna die kind of mode. And, hey, my pardon, but there's a sty in each of my eyes, and it's hurting to blink. Anyway, from there, that led me down a path of, I don't know, and then I was just searching on Netflix for something else to give me some hope for life after that horror movie, and I stumbled onto this other TV show that a girl I used to go to school with was in, and she's had her beauty spots removed. And you know Tom Holland, the new Spider-Man, I think he's a great actor. I loved him in The Impossible with Naomi Watts. He's had his beauty spot removed too. His one was right here. And I thought it looked great. It makes you look unique. I guess some people don't like them. But what I wonder is because they're both people working in cinema or something. I would just wonder, have they been asked to have their beauty spots removed? This lighting is kind of half and half, but whatever. But and it kind of makes you feel bad, I guess, when someone has just removed something from their face that you have, I don't. So you can see this one here as well. Can you? It's just, I think I was fortunate enough to grow up with parents that said it's a beauty spot instead of it's a mole. Austin Powers, moly moly moly. I get that a lot. But it's fine. It's funny now. And the thing is, I never took anything seriously about it. And if someone was like, oh, you have a mole on your face, I'd be like, excuse you. It's a beauty spot. Because my parents drilled it into me specifically, and my dad was like, they used to draw them on themselves, which they did. People still do, but more like pretty, like freckles here. But yeah, people used to give themselves beauty spots, and to be honest, I don't see any of my moles or freckles or whatever the heck you want to call them. I only see what I consider to be blemishes. There's little red spots, tiny, just from being on Roaccutane again. But I don't notice this. I don't notice this. I don't notice this. I don't notice any of these. And kids in school used to be like, oh, I get you've got star constellations all over your face. I'm like, yeah, I guess I do. But honestly, when I look in the mirror, I just don't see it. I totally forget that I have any marks on my skin other than a pimple or something, a redness, whatever. I think it's really amazing how we're all insecure about something different and really secure about some things that our parents, were really adamant on us not being insecure about. But You know, I wonder. I think that's a really dangerous precedent. All these people going to Hollywood and just coming out with no moles. It's like, we can see the before and after. We can see that you were working then and now. And the girl that I'm talking about, she looked amazing with her beauty spots were beautiful and in great spot. I'm not a fan of where mine is, but hers were, I don't know, more over here. But she had like a better framed face anyway than myself. And Tom Holland's, like right here, it looked fine. It looked good because it made him look like him. And I'm not one to talk because yes, I started doing lip fillers, but I don't know. I would just wonder because, like, especially Tom Holland, it started when it was taken away before he got his Spider-Man roles, you know, before he really hit Hollywood. And I wonder if someone said, like, maybe you should get rid of that mole, you know? And I really wish it was pointed out more. There's no justice for beauty marks. And there are a lot of people with them. Maybe not so much on their faces, but, you know, on their necks and stuff. I think Gigi Hadid has quite a few moles on her back and that. But it's just something that makes you you. And, well, I'm totally fine if it's someone's decision. I'm totally fine with that if that is their decision. But if that's being made by, and we know this, we know that Hollywood and other people in general have their opinions about your appearance and what other people think is going to look better and sell better. Because if you're an actor or something, you are selling yourself. You're selling your appearance, basically. I don't hear about it a lot. I see it. I see it a lot. I'm like, oh, that person had that removed. And maybe it's because I'm a person with a beauty spot. Gonna go ahead and call it that. Maybe that's why I notice it and notice it's not being like recognized that much. But that's strange, isn't it? I mean, this girl as well. I can see in photos she's had it. I was just doing a bit of a stalk. I wasn't in school with her for long, but you can see it as soon as they're like hitting it bigger. They've gotten it removed. Why? Maybe to make themselves less unique? Maybe to fit more of an everyday face? Because I know Enrique Iglesias got his removed. His was like here or something like that. It was quite big. I don't know. People always say things are cancerous. Do I get my moles checked? No. Because quite frankly, I wouldn't want to know anyway. And I think there's a lot of chop this out, chop that out. Ooh, looks slightly, ooh. No, I'm not getting this and this and this chopped out. Both my dad and my grandpa both have divots in their noses because of supposed skin cancer. No thanks. If I start feeling not great, maybe I'll go see someone, but no, I have way too many moles to constantly being checked, like checking up on them and stuff. No way. And nobody tell me to. Don't care. Whatever. But so I mean, and that's an excuse as well. It's like, oh, well, they said there was skin cancer, and I'm like, it's pretty rare, like, to be honest. And stuff like this, a doctor can look at me and be like, no, nothing wrong with it. Absolutely not. I just really feel it's appearance based. And someone's said, you should probably think about getting that removed, because, you know, if you have parents like me and you're being told you look great anyway, and then why would they wouldn't worry about it? I've never worried about it ever. I suppose if you didn't have that same notion growing up that it was fine, and maybe people always sort of picking at it, or both all these people have been in show business from when they were little, maybe just constant in your ear, like, ooh, but who would be doing that unless you really got to sort of Hollywood level? And it's suspicious. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I just don't notice this that much, and looking at it so much right now is strange. But yeah, it is a little star constellation. I don't know. Well, now I have tattoos, but I do have moles, just freckles everywhere. And I swear more and more come. Zoom in on the sty. There's one here and here, and oh, that's a new one. Yeah. They are constantly coming. Keep your eye out though. It's interesting, and they do it real sneaky. They don't talk about it. And that's what I really have the problem with. People not talking about it. And okay, you don't have to talk about it like that. But if you are in the public eye and you know other people have a face similar to yours or similar feature that you're getting removed, I think you should just be a little conscious of it. And you can say, I never liked it. Me personally, you know, or it was cancerous, or someone told me to get rid of it, so I did to make more money. Just be upfront. It's like the Kardashians getting stuff done all the time and then lying about it. Don't lie. Just be upfront. It makes for better self-esteem for everyone. I don't need it in that form. Like, I've never worried, and I wouldn't worry. I don't care. I would never get this removed because I just don't see it. If I saw it and it bugged me every day, yeah, probably I would think about it, but I mean, I've had a dead tooth for what bugged me more. There's shit in my teeth too, sorry, but I mean, that thing's blackish. Now I have to go pay $175 tomorrow for a consultation to just think about getting it whitened. So anyway, I was bored and lonely and thought I would point out this phenomenon that people keep getting their beauty marks removed. And I just don't see why. Because I thought those people looked great with it. Anyway, go check out Tom Holland. I can say this girl's name, doesn't matter. Charlotte Best, Best, no E on the end. She had her beauty marks removed too. So there you go. The mole says goodbye. Mole, mole, mole. Chop it up.